Hello, Verbling.com members. Good morning from Santiago, Chile, in South America. My name is Geoff Watson. I am originally from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, but I am living and teaching English in South America. I am going to be here this hour to help you work on your grammar. We are going to be working on grammar this morning, and we are going to be practicing changing between the different verb tenses and maintaining the same idea. So take the same idea, we're going to move it into the future or into the past. We're going to be practicing with present perfect continuous. Okay, how exciting. And we are also going to be practicing taking ideas in English and expressing them in positive statements, negative statements, and questions, because this also is challenging. And in English we use different we use different grammar and different structures to do those things. So I'm going to stop talking and let's get let's get going with the class. So I'd like everybody to say hello, and what I'd like to ask everyone is, how have they been learning the grammar? Some good ideas for how they have learned some of the grammar in English. And just if I can ask everyone to please keep their microphones muted. And then just for all students, it's much better if you're using headphones or you know, the small audio headphones, so that we don't have an echo in the background when you're speaking. All right, so let's go to Christoph. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Good. Please introduce yourself. And do you have any English grammar advice for us?
That's why I'm seeking here.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm Christophe Delannoy from France, and I am here to practice English grammar and getting some advices from you and from my colleague here.
Excellent.
And yeah, that's it.
No, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Is there a big difference between English grammar and the grammar from your native language?
Yes, I think so. There is also some common points.
Right.
Yes, that will help me also.
No, and I always encourage anyone who's learning a language to look for the similarities between the two languages and just translate them and use them and practice them, because there are some big similarities between English and Spanish. Very, very useful. So great, thank you. Welcome. I hope that what I have planned will help you. Danielle, are you there?
Hello, everybody. My name is Daniel. I'm from Spain, and I'm here because I need to improve my grammar, English grammar.
Now, do you have any advice for us?
I don't have an advice.
Okay, all right. Well, but for example, between English and Spanish, in English we have the present perfect tenses, and then you have the same tenses in Spanish. They're very, very similar, I think. Have you noticed that?
But I think that in Spanish there are more difficult to know the verbs, the conjugation.
Oh yes, the conjugation of the verbs. Yeah, but obviously there are differences. Yeah, and that, yeah, poor little Geoff. Yeah, I have to learn all those conjugations. But no, but I think maybe let's try and focus this class on positive things. And so I've always looked at the present perfect tenses in English. They are very similar to the equal tenses in Spanish, and so that has made learning Spanish much easier. Trying to identify the similarities. Yeah. But thank you. Great. Fabricio, welcome.
Hello, I'm Fabricio from Argentina, and I think that to learn grammar you have to attend to classes and you have to look at some websites that offer you grammar lessons or things like that.
Sure. But do you think listening to grammar lessons helps you?
Yes, of course.
Oh, well, okay.
Because you are focused on in one topic, you know.
All right.
You can practice it. I think it's hard to put everything in practice. You know, you learn a topic and then you change to another one, and at the end you can't remember even the first one well. You have to practice them all.
No, I hope everyone understood what you said, because I agree entirely. So you as soon as you learn something, you have to start using it. Yeah, or you'll lose it. Thank you. Awesome. And we have Hesham. Hesham,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Everything's great. Welcome.
Welcome. I'm Hisham from Cairo, Egypt, and I hate my native language grammar. I don't hate English grammar too much, but it's much easier from my native language. And my advice
easier
is
than it's easier
my
than
native
your native language. Okay.
yeah, I think it's a ratio 1 to 100. Very big ratio.
Wow. Okay.
I think I learn grammar, English grammar, most from the speaking classes. I think it's better than grammar classes.
Okay. Well, I agree with that too. So conversation classes you feel are better than grammar classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Great. Yeah. I think it's always. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
I learn grammar more from the conversation.
Right.
I don't know how, but
no. But you see, everyone I think needs to remember that any language, not just English, of course, but any language has only one purpose, and that is to communicate an idea. And so, yes, you need to use the correct grammar pattern to communicate that idea, but it's all about communication. There's nothing that we do. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Igor. Oh, sorry. Yes, Esham?
Okay, I was just I want to say that here I'm talking. I can talk my native language very good in grammar, but I don't know too much grammar. Like you know what I mean, right?
No. Well, that's very common. Native speakers never have to learn grammar, right? Yeah. Great. Igor, hello.
Hello.
Igor, are you there? Yes. Hello.
Yes,
welcome.
I'm here. Hi. How are you?
Great.
I had another window opened, Verbling, and I had echo, and that's why I was some confused.
Great.
I'm Igor from Moldova, and I think to learn grammar is to practice. to speak. And if you see something new or something you don't understand, you can look in book, I don't know, or maybe in internet, and found this information about tense, about perfect tense, about all of this, and to remember this information. After that, to communicate again with this knowledge from internet, and again and again. And when you be very good in it, and you will speak automatically correct. I think it's perfect.
Absolutely. You'll just become better and better, and you'll be speaking correctly. Yeah. No,
Yes.
I encourage all students to look at something and look for what you don't understand. And those parts, that's what you need to learn. So I totally agree with your point. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Manuel, hello, welcome.
Hello, Manuel from Spain. I think in relation with learning a new language, more than grammar is a big advantage to live in a country where where there is that language that you want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to stay in that country is a good advantage, more than grammar. But in grammar, the more you practice, the more you will learn, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, getting practice speaking, however you do it, is very important. You have the opportunity to speak with more native speakers if you live in another country, but it's not necessarily easy, especially if your level is very low, or if you're not working in the foreign language. That's been my problem. I've been living in Latin America for more than 6 years, but I've been working as an English teacher, and everybody in the world wants to practice their English. And so it's not exactly easy to practice. Yeah, but it's obviously it's easier to find opportunities to use your language. I think the secret is working in the language that you want to learn. I think that's the secret for adults.
Whatever the place you stay.
Yeah. Well, it's just you have an opportunity to use your language at work all day, every day, 8 to 10 hours a day. That's how you get fluent in a language. Or for young people, for teenagers, if they're studying full-time in the language they want to learn, those are the students who are going to really develop a good level. So
I've been learning English all my life, and I think that's impossible.
Well,
but
yeah,
I carry on studying, but it's difficult.
No, I just think that there is a lot of false information out there in the language learning community as to how long it takes to learn a language. I think it takes thousands of hours to learn a language, so to a high level. Great, awesome. Marie, hello, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, Marie from France. I think it's my first time to practice with you.
Good.
Yeah. Learning grammar is, for me, I know that I'm a little bit lazy to read. Yeah, so because sometimes when I read the information about how to speak English, they say that we have to practice, but grammar is not very, very important. So, but now I think grammar is important because we have to use it when we are speaking. So, yeah, that's it. That's all.
No, great. Well, I think reading is a great advantage because you can see all of the words that the person is using. And that will help you a lot with your writing as well. Writing is challenging because it shows all of your mistakes, whereas in a conversation, it's not as important, but writing is important. So great. And Nora, hello, welcome.
Hello. Hi, teacher.
Please call me Geoff.
Hi, Geoff. How are you?
Yeah, good. Sorry. Yes, but we have a loud echo in the background. I think you need to close the verbling window.
All right.
Sorry, I'm going to come back to you, Nora.
What about you? What about now?
Oh, sorry, can you hear me?
What about right now? Is it good?
No, hello, hello.
Hello.
No, I'm sorry, we still have a large echo. You may need to use headphones.
All right.
Headphones and close the verbling window. Thank you. Sorry, I'm going to mute your microphone. Samad, hello.
Hi, my name is Summer. I'm from Egypt. I think the greatest thing when I learn grammar by listening first, because I know some rules by listening more. And when I talk, I use the rules that I listening to it. Sometimes I don't know the exact information, but by listening more, I know it. Yeah.
No, great. I agree. And it's just there's always we should be listening to understand first. But then also you should be listening and paying attention to the details. And that will teach you the grammar patterns that you need to use. And just quickly, there's a very interesting video. I'll try and find you the link for it. Google Translate does not use grammar rules to translate the computers because the grammar rules are too confusing for the supercomputer to use. Google Translate uses patterns. It recognizes patterns and it compares those patterns between one language and another. And I think that that's a better way for us to learn. As well. So I'm going to try and find that link for you. It's just a short little video explaining how Google Translate works. I think everybody should watch that. And Nora, are you there? Nora, are you there? Have you been able to eliminate your echo? We don't hear you, Nora. Okay, perhaps she's still working on that. So what I'd like to do is to get going, and then unfortunately I'm not able to enter things into the chat box, which is maybe going to be a bit of a problem. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the document that I prepared for today's class up on the screen share. And just if everybody could please keep their microphones muted right now, picking up some background noise from a couple of people. And so the screen share, let's get this going here because I've got lots of examples. And so let's go with this. So Christoph, could you please read what's on the screen? Christoph, are you there? Can people hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, great.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry. Thank you. Everybody was so nice and quiet. Thank you. Danielle, could you please read what's on the screen?
Yes.
Thank you.
In English, we use different grammar to make positive statements, negative statements, and to ask questions. This table is occupied. This table is occupied. Is this table occupied? This table isn't occupied. This table is available.
Okay, so sometimes we change the grammar, sometimes we change the words to create questions, to create negative statements and positive statements. Okay, and are you there, Christoph?
Yes, I am.
Ah, great. Okay, no problem. So here is the first sentence. Could you read this for us, Christoph?
Where is the document?
Number 1, it's up on the screen share.
Okay, the number 1. Statements and where is
No,
this
sorry. Number 1, it's they.
This table is occupied.
No, sorry. Further down at the bottom of the slide.
Down at the bottom.
They like.
Number 1, they like.
Yes, okay. They like the taste of coffee.
Okay, now this is simple present tense. And so how do we express this idea as a question and as a negative statement? And now I'd like people to volunteer to give their answers, but I would also like people to type their answer into the Verbling chat box. And if anybody is watching the class, you can fully participate. And just, we need to get people to keep their microphones muted.
Do they like the taste of
Okay. So again, please.
Do they like the taste of coffee?
Perfect. Do they like the taste of coffee? That's the question. And the negative statement?
They don't
like the taste of coffee.
So, sorry, again?
They don't like the taste of coffee.
Okay, they don't like the taste of coffee. All right, so, and then what we'll do is, if you want to volunteer, just say, "Hi, Geoff," and I'll acknowledge you, and then you can go ahead. Okay, so do they, we're putting the verb first. Now, do is a auxiliary verb, a helping verb that's used to create questions and negative statements. And so, and in English we use do not, or do with not, to create negative statements many times. And then I just, do in these two sentences does not have a meaning. It simply has a function. Okay? All right. So then I'd like to get, I'd like to get Fabrizio. Could you read number 2, please?
Yes. She smokes. The question would be, does she smoke? The negative sentence would be, she doesn't smoke.
Okay, great. And I'm waiting for people to participate by putting their answers into the Verbling chat box. Okay,
I think that the Verbling chat doesn't work.
Ah, okay, it's not, okay. So no one is able to use it? Yeah, try.
Only Hangout chat.
Yeah, so we're without the chat. That's fine. And so everyone's fine. Let's go ahead. So does she smoke? She doesn't smoke. Okay? Do to create the question and the negative statement is conjugated correctly for she. All right? So that's another important part. Okay? Does shows that it is a question, and it shows that it's simple present tense. So the main verb is just the base form, smoke. Okay? So as soon as I see does, I know it's a question, and I know that it's simple present tense. All right, let's go. Let's go with the next one here. And Hesham, it's kind of easy for you, but Hesham, go ahead, please. Number 3. Hesham, are you there? Okay, I'm going to go ahead to the next person. We don't hear you, Hesham. Igor?
Yes.
Could you do number 3, please?
I see this is negative statement. He doesn't
Correct.
speak English.
Excellent.
He does speak English. And
Okay.
does he speak English?
Okay, fantastic. Now, often we say he does speak English when we want to add emphasis to a situation. Okay, when somebody says, he can't speak English, and you say, yes, he can. He does speak English. You're adding emphasis. But usually we just eliminate do in the positive statements. So could you give me the positive statement without do?
He speaks English.
Ah, good. And you use the correct conjugation. He
Yes,
speaks
S.
English.
Because
Okay.
for he, she, it, we have to add S termination.
Correct.
To
Yeah, excellent. And in the question and in the negative statement, the conjugation is in the helping verb do. All right, great. So let's move on. Manuel, number 4, please. And someone, I'm getting some echo. Oh, I see. Sorry, Christoph, you need to keep your microphone muted for us, please.
Okay.
Thank you. So number 4, please. And
She's a doctor.
Yeah. Okay.
She isn't a doctor.
Good.
Is she a doctor?
Good. All right. And people can practice their contractions here. So how would you, what's the contraction for number 4?
She is not, will be, she isn't a doctor.
Oh, okay, no, but sorry, number 4. Use the contraction for number 4.
She's a doctor.
She's a doctor. Right, exactly. Okay, great. The verb to be follows different grammar rules. So she's not a doctor, she isn't a doctor, she is not a doctor, and is she a doctor? Okay? So the verb be comes out in front to create the question. And with be, we do not use the verb do. Okay, how about this next one? Let's go to Marie.
Okay. Do you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we hear you
Okay.
perfectly. Please go ahead.
I got that answer correct.
Okay. And now, what tense is this?
The fact?
Yes, simple past tense, using the verb to get. Okay? And so a negative statement and in past tense and a question in past tense. And if you need help, just let me know. But students can make mistakes. It's fine with me. I make mistakes every sentence when I'm speaking Spanish.
Did I get that answer correct?
Again, please. Sorry.
Did I got that? I don't know.
No, but okay, good.
Did I got that answer correct?
And the negative past?
I didn't got that answer correct.
Okay, now you're close. Very close. Thank you so much. Is there someone who can improve that? Yes? Okay, sorry. I'm looking for who's speaking. Yes. Go ahead, please, Christoph.
Okay. So for the negative form, I gotten that answer correct.
No, sorry. No, but thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I didn't get that answer correct. I didn't get.
Okay, I didn't get.
Yes.
Okay.
Because,
and Marie, you tried to correct yourself. Yeah. Okay. Now
and we can't use got with didn't.
Right. Well. Right. Correct. Sorry. So this is simple past tense. I got that answer correct. Did As soon as I see did, that tells me it's a question, and it tells me that it's a past tense question. Did I get that answer correct? So the conjugation and the tense is here with did, so get is just the base form. And then when I see I didn't, I know that's a past tense negative statement. I didn't get that answer correct. Okay, so wonderful. Thank you, Marie, and thank you for the classmates who helped. Yeah, and it's we can't just change. Now, but sorry, Christoph, go ahead, please.
Okay, I have just a question because sometimes we have go, the verb go, we use it as an auxiliary, so we have not need to use it with the do, the verb.
Now we are get. I don't believe is used as an auxiliary verb, but there's something that we're going to look at later to using have got. And so I'm going to put down the what you were thinking of because that's you made a really good contribution there. It wasn't quite right, but it's an excellent so now what would I say? I haven't gotten a question. I haven't gotten a question right. I haven't gotten a question correct. I haven't gotten a question. I'm trying to figure out what sounds better. I think this sounds better. So I haven't gotten a question right. Okay, now I think that's what you were thinking of.
Yeah.
But we'll cover that later. So thank you for your contribution. Okay, because you were thinking of something that's very common in English. All right, and we have Nang. Hello. Nang, are you there?
Hi.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Read? Yes, we can. Could you please read number 6?
Your dog can swim.
Yes. And do you know how to express that same idea in a negative sentence?
Same idea.
I'm sorry. That is a positive sentence. Your dog can swim.
Yes.
Now, how do we say a negative sentence?
Your dog can't swim.
Good, good. And how do we ask someone a question about their dog?
Can your dog swim?
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Can your dog swim? That's the question. And your dog cannot swim, or your dog can't swim. All right, fantastic. Let's keep moving. Well done. Number 7.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next person. Naura, are you there? Have you eliminated your echo? So it seems like Naura's not working. And just if people can keep their microphones muted. And we're going to go to Samar. Hello, Samar.
Hi. I'm ready. Okay.
Okay, great.
Do they know how to use the photocopier?
Good.
They know how to use the photocopier. They don't know how to use the photocopier.
Perfect. And sorry, the question? Oh, sorry. No, you did everything correctly. Sorry, I was confused. That is the question. Wonderful. Okay, and I just put yes, they know how to use the photocopier, or no, they don't know how to use the photocopier. All right, excellent. So I'm going to move on to the next. Now this is This is what, sorry, Christoph was talking about. So, Geoff, hello, welcome.
Yes.
Geoff, are you there? Okay. Ah, yes.
Yes, hello.
Yes, hello, Geoff. So,
Hi.
you have your keys. Could you give us the negative form of this and the question form of this?
You have your key. You don't have your key.
And the question? Ah.
The question, do you have your keys?
Yeah, okay, great. And, you know, and often in English we just change the tone of our voice and you say, you have your keys as a question, asking for confirmation.
Or
All right,
the
great.
tag also, you have your keys, don't you?
You have your keys, don't you? Yeah, excellent. All right. Now, can you change all of those sentences using have got? Now, this is simple present tense. The phrase have got is just the same as to have. It's simple present tense. It's something a little different. And it just means to have. Have got means to have. So could you change those sentences, Geoff? To have
okay,
got?
with a negative statement or a positive statement?
All of them, please. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you have your keys. It will be you have got your keys.
Okay. You have got your keys.
You don't have your keys. It will be you haven't.
Yes.
You haven't got your keys.
Perfect.
And the question will be, have you got your keys?
Okay. Let's see if I have the same answer. So you have got your keys. So we almost always use the contraction you've got your keys, or you haven't got your keys. You have not got your keys. You haven't got your keys. And have you got your keys? All right. Now that's how we use it. Excellent. And so let's go with number 9 here. So we're back to Christoph. Please, could you read this?
Yes. The weather is going to be hot.
Okay, and then no pressure. There's lots of help. But what is the tense here?
The tense is the future, I think.
Good. Yes, and the future using be going to.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So can you give me the negative and question form of this?
Okay. The negative form. The weather isn't good.
Yes.
That sounds very bad.
No, the weather isn't
going to be hot.
Okay, the weather isn't going to be hot. And the question?
The question will be, is the weather going to be hot?
All right, awesome. Okay. Is the weather going to be hot?
Yeah.
The weather's not going to be hot, or the weather isn't going to be hot. That's the idea. All right, great. I just love the way, you know, all you need to do is give the students a chance, and they can do it. So now, how do we change this idea of the weather is going to be hot, but we are going to express it just with simple present tense? So the question is kind of, how's the weather right now? So Igor, can you exchange number 9 from the future to simple present tense?
The weather is hot.
Okay, and the negative and the question?
The weather is not hot.
Okay, and the question?
Is the weather hot?
Okay, oh nice, okay, nice pronunciation.
Thank you.
Okay, the weather is hot. The weather isn't hot. And is the weather hot? All right, great. Now let's take this same sentence, the same concept, the same idea, and change it to simple past tense. Okay? And so we're with Keen. Hello, Keen. Welcome.
Hello everyone.
Great. And so can you change?
Okay. The weather wasn't hot.
Okay, good.
Was the weather hot?
Perfect.
So,
And the positive, I think.
the weather was hot.
Okay, perfect. That's the idea. Okay, and we're going to get a little more complicated as we go along. The weather was hot. The weather wasn't hot. Was the weather hot? That's simple past tense. Okay, now we're talking about the weather during the last 2 weeks, and we want to use present perfect tense. Okay, so Manuel, are you ready? And again, we're all here to help you, so no
All right.
pressure. I'm
How,
asking about, yeah.
how has been the weather during the last 2
okay.
weeks?
Just the order is, I would use a different order on that, but go ahead, please.
How has been the weather? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
And now the affirmative. The weather has been blah blah during the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, the weather has been hot.
And the weather hasn't been hot during the last 2 weeks.
Okay, great. Awesome. And so this is, yeah. And then just the order of the question, I would ask, has the weather been hot? That's the order that I would put it in. Has the weather been hot during the last 2 weeks? You're obviously talking to someone on the phone. They're on vacation. So the weather has been hot. The weather hasn't been hot, has not been hot, or has the weather been hot? Okay, excellent. Now
I have a question.
Yes, great, Justin. Or sorry, yes. Joseph.
Can we use the tag questions with the present perfect?
Yes. So go ahead.
I'm asking, can we use the tag questions with the present perfect? Like we say, hasn't it? Like
yes.
we say,
no, we use that a lot. So the weather has been, well, I don't have to type this, do I? So the weather has been hot the last 2 weeks, comma. Go ahead, Joseph, with your idea. The weather has been hot the last 2 weeks.
Hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Hasn't it? And so what you're doing is you're trying to get confirmation. You believe that the weather has been hot, but you want confirmation with the tag question.
I have a question.
Yes, great.
We say the weather has been or has been. The pronunciation for.
Okay. So you have a sort of formal correct pronunciation, has been, but the natural lazy pronunciation is been, has been. But
thanks a lot.
Yeah. So been is correct, but if your pronunciation naturally changes to been, the weather has been, that's good. And you'll need to understand that. All right? Now, Joseph, if you want to do this, or somebody else, do we have a volunteer? Let's put a tag question on this negative version here. So the weather hasn't been hot during the last 2 weeks, comma.
Has it?
Yeah, all right. And now what you're saying is you believe that the weather has been cold. So the weather hasn't been hot during the last week, has it? Has it been hot? That's surprising. I thought it was cold. Okay, so great question, Joseph. The students always make the classes a million times better with their participation. Okay, now we have a big one here. We're going to go crazy with number 10. So they called, it's past tense. They called their supervisor. So I think I'm with Marie. Go ahead, Marie. Can you give us the negative and the question with this?
They called their supervisor. Did they call their supervisor? Didn't call their supervisor?
Okay, now with the subject first, could you repeat your answers? What do you want to say first, the negative or the question?
The question.
Okay, go ahead.
Did they call their supervisor?
Perfect. Did they call their supervisor?
They didn't call their supervisor.
Okay, great. All right. And does someone want to try the negative question?
May I?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Didn't they call their supervisor?
Perfect. Okay. Didn't they call their supervisor? Did they call their supervisor? And the negative statement, simple past tense, they didn't call their supervisor. Okay? All right. And we can put tag questions on there. All right. There's lots and lots of options, but you're always focusing on the communication. All right. So let's take the idea, and I think I've got it here. Yeah. This is the same sentence, but could we express it with future, with be going to? And so this is, Nan, could you express the idea, positive, negative, and question with be going to? And we're here to help you if you need help.
Can I create a new sentence?
Sure. Go ahead.
I am going to have an event on Sunday.
Okay. Again, please. I will write down your sentence. Go ahead.
Yes, I am going to have an event on Sunday.
I am going to...
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Again, I am going to have
an event.
I'm sorry, I don't understand that word. I am going to have... on the weekend. Yeah, does anyone understand? Help me.
I think he's telling all Sunday.
On Sunday?
No.
Oh.
Awesome.
Oh.
Ethan.
I'm so sorry. Can you change the word? Because we can't use the chat box. I am going to have...
Yes.
What are you going to have?
A trip.
Oh, okay. Trip. I'm going to... Okay, so I'm going to take a trip.
Take.
When?
On Sunday.
Perfect.
On
awesome.
Sunday.
Yeah, because we usually say take a trip on Sunday. Now, can you give me the negative form?
Yes. I am not going to take a trip on Sunday.
It's that easy. I am not going to take a trip on Sunday. And then, well, the question kind of sounds strange, but thank you so much. Good work. Good work.
Yes.
And so I'm going to move on to Ruben. Are you there, Ruben?
Yes, I am.
Great. And so could we go back to they called their supervisor? Could you express that idea with future tense, be going to?
I'll try to do it.
Excellent. We're here to help. No problem.
They are going to call
Yes.
the supervisor.
Yes, they are going to call their supervisor. Negative?
They aren't going to. No, you see, they aren't going to call their supervisor.
They are not. They aren't going to call their supervisor. Right? Great. And the question?
Are they going to call their supervisor?
Okay. They are going to call their supervisor. Fantastic. Okay. Now, let's go to the next person. 10 out of 10. Thank you so much. Geoff, the present perfect tense. Now, this is a common option that we have in English. So the original sentence is simple past tense, but we often use present perfect. We use present perfect to express the same idea or a very similar idea.
I'm confused.
So, sorry, Geoff, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm confused.
Okay. Yeah. So I would like you to change the simple past tense to present perfect tense. And that's something that we do quite often in English. Sorry, Geoff, oh, okay. We're here to help. So present perfect is have called.
Oh, okay. They have called their supervisor.
Yes.
They haven't called their supervisor.
Correct.
Have they called their supervisor?
Okay. That's excellent. That's the idea, because often we express the same idea as simple past with the present perfect. So they've called their supervisor. Yes. They haven't called their supervisor. No. And the questions. Have they called their supervisor? And the negative question. Haven't they called their supervisor? All right. Now let's keep going here. Let's change our idea. They called their supervisor to present perfect continuous. Okay, so we're with Christoph. Go ahead, Christoph. We're here to work together with you. We want to talk about what they have or haven't been doing sort of on an ongoing basis, constantly doing or frequently doing during the last 2 days. Sorry, Christoph, are you there? Emmanuel, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Great. Okay, so can you help us out with this? So the idea is, the original idea, they called their supervisor. What we want to do is we want to change the tense, and we want to ask and talk about the last 2 weeks. What someone, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't want to help you. You don't need help.
Yes, they were calling the supervisor.
Okay, now they were calling their supervisor. That is past continuous, so that's good. So let's go ahead with that. That's past continuous.
Okay, they weren't calling the supervisor.
they were calling, right? They were not calling, and
were they calling the supervisor?
Okay, they were not, and were they? Okay, now this is, you can see that this is past continuous, so that's great. Do you want to try changing it to present perfect continuous? You can say no if you want.
It's a tricky one, this exercise.
Yeah, no, but who can help?
They have been calling their supervisor.
Okay.
They have been calling.
They have been calling. Yes,
Yes,
they've been calling their supervisor 10 times a day, every day for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, all right. And how about the negative?
They haven't been calling
Perfect.
the supervisor.
Okay, so they haven't been calling their supervisor. And how about the question?
Have they been calling their supervisor?
Okay. And so they have been calling their supervisor, they have not been calling their supervisor, and have they been calling their supervisor? All right, great. And do I have some more here? Yes. Good. Some, we're going to end off with something with should. Should. And so let me see. Christoph, are you there? Okay, we don't hear you, Christoph, so I'm going to go to Igor.
Yes.
Could you read number 11, please?
We should spend more time reviewing the notes.
Okay, so that's a good idea. Okay. Mm-hmm.
We should not spend more time.
Sorry, I'm just going to give Igor a chance. Manuel, you might want to keep your microphone muted. Everyone should be practicing, though. Yeah.
And should we spend more time reviewing the notes? It's a question from.
Yeah, great. So we have just let me get this going here. So we have, this is positive. We should. Okay, this is negative. We shouldn't. You're saying that's not a good idea. And you're asking, would it be a good idea for us to spend more time? Should we? Should we do this? Okay. All right, good. And then, yes? There's a question? Okay, sorry. Jonas, I'm going to get you to mute your microphone. And we're ending this class in a minute, so if you want to leave and try to get the next class, go ahead. Keen, do you know a past tense with should?
Past tense with should have?
Yes, please. Give me a positive and give me a negative. Mute your microphone. And we're ending this class in a minute with should.
We should have spent more time reviewing the notes.
Yes.
We shouldn't have. Should have.
Minutes with should.
We shouldn't have. We should have spent more time reviewing the notes.
You may need to close your verbling window. Okay, are you there, Keen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have spent more time reviewing the notes.
And a question?
Should we have spent more time reviewing the notes?
Okay. We
should have
spent.
Yeah. I have a question relating to present perfect and present perfect continuous. Is there a great difference between them?
The two, please.
Present perfect tense and present perfect continuous.
Yes, there is a big difference. One refers to something that was being done constantly. One that was something that was being done frequently and regularly over the last period of time. And the other one refers to perhaps maybe just once. So, have you been to Brazil? And have you been going to Brazil? Have you been living in Brazil? Yeah. Have you gone to Brazil once? Have you been going to Brazil frequently, every year, constantly? So there is a different meaning there. All right.
Thank you.
But
Thank
great
you.
question. Listen, thank you to all of you. You did all the work. All I had to do was sit back and scroll down. So you did all the work. Excellent practice. I hope that helps you. But I believe it's good for you to practice expressing one idea in different ways to practice your grammar, but always clearly thinking of the situation and the context and clearly thinking about what you want to communicate. So all the best. Thank you so much. Good luck with your English, and I hope to talk to you all soon. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great work,
See you
everybody.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.